Hello guys, welcome back to another video. So in today's video I'm going to be showing off the brand new Minecraft Java Edition Snapshot 25W41A. As you can see, I built a little sign of it here. So yeah, let's get right into it. Now this snapshot covers a lot of stuff that were actually on Bedrock previews for a bit. And yeah, I'm really sorry I haven't uploaded update showcases in a while. I will start doing it more now. So yeah, I'm back to uploading now. So yeah, since I remember my last ones are in 1.21.4 and now we're like past 1.21.7, like this is 1.21.9. So yeah, let's begin the showcase. So to start off with, we have a ton of copper stuff, and basically this copper stuff, it's basically just a ton of new copper stuff that I have all in this chest. And yeah, now the stuff that I haven't placed down yet, I'm gonna just take out of the chest, show you guys what it's like. And I'm also gonna take this copper golem spawn egg and copper nugget and copper horse armor. Well, actually I'm gonna leave the copper horse armor here. So yeah, I'm gonna put on the copper armor to show you guys what this is about. So basically in the new update they added copper tools and armor. So this is what the armor looks like. Pretty cool, I'd say. Yeah, pretty nice. And they also added copper tools. So we have copper sword, copper axe, copper pickaxe, copper shovel, and copper hoe. And you can also look at them like in your hand. I think the copper sword looks really cool. And I also like the axe, of course, and the pickaxe, and the shovel, and the hoe. Although I do like the sword the most. It just feels really cool. I don't know. So yeah, that's all of the copper tools. Now we also have copper nuggets and copper golems. Copper golems are pretty interesting. Let me just show you guys what I'm talking about. So basically I'm going to take a chest. I'll take like any variant of copper chest. Basically what the copper golem will do is, I'm going to go a little further away. I'm going to put, let's say a double chest, for example. It doesn't have to be a double chest, but I'm using double chests. I'm going to just put like, what could I get? Maybe iron, gold, and diamonds, emeralds, this. And I'm gonna just put like a ton of this stuff in here and kind of just. Oh wait, no, not in the copper chest. Actually, yeah, we can put it in the copper chest too. Doesn't really matter. And then like this, diamonds, lapis, iron, right? And if I put like a ton of different chests, and just to make the job simpler, I'm gonna already saw them off or something. Basically what this copper golem will do is it will sort the different items. Let me just check how many different items I put. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 different items. Okay. Just to show you guys how this works, I'm gonna just put 5 different chests down, and in each of them I'm gonna put one of the few items. So in here I'm gonna put iron, here I'm gonna put gold, here I'm gonna put emerald, and then next I'm gonna put lapis and diamonds. So yeah, basically, wait, oh, I put what? Okay, what is going on? Okay, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna put diamonds here, and basically, if I spawn on a copper golem, he will go over to the copper chest. He's going to take out whatever he needs to, like this, and sort it into a different chest. He's looking into there, and he realizes that's not the chest for it. So he goes to the next chest, not the chest. Oh wait, yeah, and you can also right click him for the items. I'm gonna put that back. Basically, I feel like this is kind of the only issue of it. It's very slow. See, it has to check every chest to see if that's the chest for the item, and if it's not, he just goes to the next one, and yeah, he checks each of them. And because I put iron on the last one, yeah. So if you want to make this efficient, probably put them in order, like the different chests of different items in order of how they are in here. So yeah, I sort of put iron, gold, and like just opposite way around. Anyway, so yeah, see, he finds this chest, this chest deposits the iron. See? Next up, he's gonna go back here and collect more iron. I'm pretty sure he can only carry 16 at a time, which is also like another small issue, but like honestly, it doesn't really matter that much. I feel like if they didn't have to search each chest this much, it would be a lot better. Though, although I feel like it's fine because you're not really gonna be sitting here just watching him do the stuff anyway. He's gonna do it while you're probably doing other stuff, so it's completely okay. So yeah, I'm just leave him right here. Look how cool he looks. So yeah, there's also a few different ways to spawn it. Well, only actually one different way. We need carved pumpkins and like any type of block of copper. So I'm gonna put down this and then put the carved pumpkin on it. It spawns a copper golem and a copper chest. And yeah, the main purpose of this is, I'm gonna kill him, I'm really sorry, man. The main purpose of these chests is for sorting and stuff. Also, when you kill them, they drop copper ingots. Pretty cool. Yeah, what do we have next to show? Basically, there are a few different things that you can do as well. Like, if I get a copper block that's more oxidized like this, oxidized copper. Basically, let me timestamp it real quick. If I spawn this copper golem, he's only gonna be able to like do stuff for like a short amount of time. Obviously, the chest also spawns with the same oxidization as the block you spawn it with, along with the golem. He spawns with the same oxidization too. So yeah, watch him. He's just going to the stuff, and if I pick rate 100, I guess, watch. He's sorting, and he should oxidize soon, and then he'll just turn into a statue. There are a few ways to prevent this. Actually, no, there's only one way, but yeah. Just let him do his stuff. Set the rate higher, because yeah, I just want him to turn into a statue already. Okay, the bumping into stuff. Why is he not turning into a statue? Is this a bug? Okay, so I do not know why he's not turning into a statue. He should have turned into a statue right now. Why is he not turning into a statue? Oh my god, they move so fast on the 60. I'm gonna check why he's not turning into a statue, but like you should turn into a statue and just choose like a random pose to become, I guess. So yeah. Let's choose a different copper block. Maybe weathered. Yeah, sure, let's try. I mean, not weathered, waxed. So I'm gonna spawn him in waxed, and he should maybe turn into a statue quickly. So he's searching the chest. He should turn into a statue, but I don't know why he's not. So yeah, if he doesn't, I'm just like go and show the actual statues, so we can watch him for a bit. So just let him do his stuff. And he's not really turning into a statue. Okay, so actually, I'm not really able to show it. Sorry, man. I'm gonna put this in the gold chest real quick, and then we can move on to actually showing off the statues. I don't know why it wasn't working. I don't know. Obviously, this is in snapshot phase, or I just might not understand how it works. But yeah. So there's some other stuff I want to do as well. If I get a crafting table, I'll put it down, like, I don't know, right on top of the furnace. If I put 9 copper nuggets into here, I don't know why I did 64 of each, you get copper ingot, right? And if you put a copper ingot in, you get the 9 copper nuggets back. If I put the copper nuggets back, we get copper ingot. You get it? Yeah. Pretty much the same as anything else, like iron and gold. And yeah, let's also show you something else. So, like iron and gold, if you smelt any copper thing, basically they will smelt into a copper nugget. See? So yeah, just like iron and gold as well. So yeah. So yeah, the only things that it would make sense to get a type of ingot, I mean nugget now would be netherite, but yeah, okay. Okay, so yeah, that's kind of the whole copper nugget stuff. Now, there is a few more stuff to do with the copper armor that I want to show. Well, not anything crazy, I just put it on an armor stand, so you can also see it on an armor stand if you need to. So yeah, I'm going to show you guys that real quick right now. And just sort out this chest. So yeah, this is how the copper armor looks on an armor stand. This was meant to be like the main display of it, so yeah. And also, this is how it looks with trims. I picked some basic trims for this set. Nothing crazy, just some silence trims. But yeah, I feel like this also looks pretty cool. Anyway, next up, let's show you guys the copper golem statues. These are the different statues. And obviously they can spawn with different kind of forms of, like, different oxidization levels. So, basically, something cool about these statues is basically you can change their poses, which is pretty cool. See, you can just regular right click it and it chooses one of 4 different poses. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, and basically also when it naturally turns into a statue, it will choose one of those 4 random poses by itself. So yeah, pretty cool. And well, what else do I want to say? Well, basically, also when it naturally oxidizes, well, not oxidizes, when it turns into a statue naturally, if it's holding an item, which it might be if it was holding stuff before, it will drop that item on the floor. So yeah, the item will just fall onto the floor like this. So yeah, but there are ways of making sure they don't oxidize with honeycomb. Well, they don't turn into statues, and I don't think they will oxidize with honeycomb either. So yeah, I'm gonna right click this guy with honeycomb. Now he just cannot turn into a statue. So yeah, if you want them in for any, like sorting out the stuff without oxidizing, yeah, just put some honeycomb on them, which is a pretty good use for honeycomb. So yeah, next up we also have the copper horse armor, which is pretty cool. If I go on F5 like this, yeah, this is how it looks. Pretty cool. Yep. Why am I looking at the okay? This is how the horse armor looks. Now I'm also gonna click it, take off the saddle, just so you guys can see. This is how the sort of, I don't know what this is called, looks. Just incorporates a ton of different hopper related stuff, and I think it looks pretty cool. I still think probably, no, actually I don't really have a favorite horse armor, but yeah, I think it's fine. It looks cool. Now next up, let me times the day real quick. Wherever it is, yeah, okay. Next up we have the shelves. Now we have a ton of different shelves. I'm only taking like 3 different types of them. And basically these are really cool. The crafting recipe for them is actually, if I take some stripped logs, you need 6 stripped logs to craft 6 shelves. So that's basically just 1 shelf per stripped log, right? So yeah, this is how you do it. You can see that is shelf. So yeah, pretty cool, pretty cool. Now I'm gonna get other stripped logs too, just to kind of show how this is also useful. So to start off with, I'm gonna show its use in building. For example, I saw this cool build design you can do with it. You can put it like this to kind of make a pillar look nicer and more detailed. So if I put a log in the middle, see, it looks nice even if it's only at the bottom, or if you place it like everywhere on the pillar. So yeah, you can just do this, or like make any pattern you want. I think it looks very good for building, and it's also effectively a vertical slab, which is also pretty useful because we've been asking for that for a long time. And obviously the back of these all have unique textures dependent to their wood type. So yeah, pretty cool. If I put this down, see, this one has the bolt from the spruce, and this one just has a different back design from the others. Actually, I think this is the same as, oh, is it? No, it's not the same. It's similar though. But yeah, that's its use in building. Now I'm only gonna keep 1 type for this part. Actually, I do need those ones for the thing, so I'm gonna just grab them real quick for the chest. But basically, there's other stuff you can do with this too, such as switching hotbars, which we need redstone and a lever for it. So we're just gonna grab redstone and a lever, and basically I'm just gonna move them up a block so this is easier to show. If I do this, there's multiple ways of powering them, so you can just do this and put redstone all along the back, and then kind of lead it down to here like this. You can do it. Wait, what? Oh crap! So wait, that doesn't work anymore, does it? So wait, do you need to like that? Ah, yeah. So it's like they work exactly like pistons do. So you need to have the redstone going directly into them, not right next to them. That honestly makes me kind of sad, but like it makes sense. So, but it doesn't matter because there's also other ways of powering them. I'm gonna just do this, I guess. I don't know. You can just power them like this, which is also just another way to power them. Now, I don't know, let's get like a PvP hotbar, let's say, you know, like let me set up my own, let's say mace hotbar, since, you know, I play mace a lot. This is just like an example of how this can be useful to switch hotbars. So if I get everything I need, like shield and stuff. Sorry, I have this like red Neverite texture pack that I made for myself because I don't know, I think it looks cool. I hope you guys don't mind. I also have red pearls because yeah. I need wind charges too, just to make it good. I don't know. Yeah, so let me get wind charges and stuff. Okay, so this is, let's say, a mace hotbar. Now, if I right click on it, it just puts the whole hotbar onto the things. So yeah, and that's only when they're all connected, like this. I can just put an entire hotbar there. So if I do this and get like another hotbar, let's say like, I don't know, SMP or something, it will just kind of be able to swap between the hotbars. It's really cool. So like, if you need to go building or something and you need to swap between a building hotbar and a PvP hotbar like really fast, just set up a few of these, like one of these, depends how many you need, and swap through the hotbars as fast as you need, right? So like, you need a few potions. Let's just get like the casual ones for this. Where is it? So yeah, get the idea of this. Let me just finish off this. I need a totem. Right, so like if I just need to switch, for example, PvP hotbars, if there's someone in an SM, if I'm playing like an SMP and someone is outside of a mace and I need to fight them, I can just like swap my hotbars and go fight them, you know? So yeah, that's pretty much one effective use for it. So yeah. Now, there's also other uses for this, such, not really other uses, but like other ways you can use it. Also, something you might have realized, this can dispense an entire stack of items. So like if I right click on it, see, I get a stack of wind charges back. See, and it just dispenses stacks of items. Now, also, if I depower this one, it will only swap my last 6. So from this, and this, right? It will only swap these 6 with these 6 on the shelves that are connected. So yeah, it only swaps with the connected ones, and it will only swap the last one. So last 6, and if I disable this, last 3, like this. So yeah, that's kind of just how the shelf works. And well, if neither of them are powered, you can just like right click on whatever you need and swap with that specific thing on whatever hotbar slot you're on. So yeah, that's pretty cool, I guess. I don't know. I feel like maybe there could be implemented like a way for like this, instead of kind of putting it on the last 3 slots. It could kind of go based off of the slots around the one you have selected. So for example, if I'm selected on the first slot, it will do the first 6 slots, or like first 3 slots, depending on like, how many I have set. And like if I'm on the second slot, I'll do the, well, 5 slots on the right of it and the 1 slot on the left of it if I'm on 6 slots, and you get the point. So yeah, I feel like that could be an interesting thing, interesting change that might benefit a lot of different ideas. And yeah, it doesn't have to happen, I'm just suggesting it because I feel like it would be cool. So yeah, that's kind of the shelf. I think it's a pretty cool addition, and yeah, I think it's pretty nice. So yeah, you get the idea of how it works. It's also got uses in building. I just think it's an overall really cool block. But that's not like it. That's not it for the update yet. We still have a few more things. So, for example, over here we have, let me explain myself, new dye textures. So if I just take every one of them like this, you guys can see for yourself. I think this is pretty cool. See, they're all on this sort of plate now, and some of them retain similarities to their old dye texture, but some are just completely new. So the gray and white dye are similar to their old ones, but the light gray, but the gray dye is very different to its old one. Now we also have black dye, very different to its old one. Brown dye, different to its old one. Red dye is similar to its old one. Orange dye, similar to its old one. Yellow dye, similar to its old one. And lime dye, pretty different, I think, from its old one. I don't know. And we also have the rest. Let's just show them all real quick. Green dye, similar to its old one. Cyan dye, I'm not sure. Light blue dye, kinda similar, I think. I'm not sure. Blue dye, kinda similar too. Wait, what's next? Purple dye, not really similar. Magenta dye, not really similar either. And pink dye, not really similar either. So, yeah. Some of them are similar to the old one, some of them are just not. So, yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Dye changes. I do kind of prefer the old ones, although I feel like these new ones make a bit more sense. But, yeah. Now, we're done with all of these changes. Now, we have a few other changes. Like, if I press escape and options and I go to controls, we have some new controls. We have attack, destroy, hold, or toggle, right? So, like, if I have it toggle, then if I click, it's just gonna repeatedly destroy without me clicking anything. It's just, like, breaking stuff. But, if I summon, like, let's say, cow, it doesn't hit the cow. Like, I have to manually click to hit the cow. But, like, everything else will, like, actually do it. And the reason it won't hit the cow, I think, is because, I don't know, I feel like that would be a bit too OP, especially in, like, Hypixel, because Hypixel retains the 1.8 PvP, so if you could just toggle hitting, that would be way too OP. Although, there is the fact that it doesn't spam. Of course, it does the same kind of breaking and placing speed as regular would when you hold, so it's not necessarily that useful. In fact, no, I'm starting to get it. It's exactly like holding. It's just like you click once and it holds. So that's why when you attack a cow, or like anything, it does the exact same thing that would happen if you hold the button. So yeah, I personally prefer with hold because I'm just used to that. And use item place block is also hold or toggle, which is pretty cool, honestly. Like, if you do this, you can, like, if you build like this. Wait, I'm interested. Does this? No, I don't think it does. Yeah, I can build up, right? And yeah. Wait, that might be OP. Wait, what? So if you, like, do this, yeah, you can just, like, very easily replace the block beneath you now. That's cool. Yeah, so, like, if you're doing something, I don't know. I don't see how that would ever be useful, but, like, I don't know, it feels cool. So, nice. So, yeah, it's just, you get the idea. You get the idea. Pretty simple. I don't see myself using this because it gets kind of annoying, but, I mean, it's nice, you know, for people who want to use it. Now, there's also 2 more, like, controls for mouse that were added. Oh, wait, there's also sprint window. What does this do? Time window and ticks with double tapping the forward key. So I'm pretty sure this means how much you have to, like, how much time it takes to activate sprint when you, like, double tap W. I personally hold control because, I don't know, I'm just the type of guy to hold control. But, yeah. This changes the speed you start sprinting in. Pretty okay. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't really see the purpose of this for me because I personally hold control. But, I mean, for anyone who uses that, it might be useful, interesting, I don't know. Now, mouse settings here. They added a few new settings. I think raw input is new, although I might be wrong. But there's also invert mouse Y and invert mouse X. So invert mouse X is like just inverts the mouse. So like right now, I'm gonna drag my mouse to the right. See, it turns to the left. And now when I drag it to the left, it turns to the right. You get the point. But like when I look down and up, it's completely fine. But if I'm gonna do it like individually for now. If I do this, now when I drag my mouse up, I'm looking down. When I drag it down, I'm looking up. And yeah, you get the point. But now, because I turned off the other one, yeah, it's just, I'm pretty sure that Bedrock has already had this for a bit, but yeah. I'm also turning this on. Let's see how hard this is to play. Oh my god, I don't know why people would play like this. Yeah, I don't get how people play like this. Oh my god. Yeah, so that just gets pretty annoying. I definitely don't see myself using that. Now, the F3 menu actually did get a revamp. So if I press F3, it looks quite a bit different now, doesn't it? So, yeah, we have chords on the left. We also have memory, I think, allocation rate, allocated, debug charts, all this stuff, but like it's a lot simpler now. There's not like 50,000 stuff on your screen. I don't know how this affects speedrunning exactly, although I don't think it's that bad since you still have all the information you need for that, so for mainly triangulating and stuff. So yeah, I think that's completely fine. We've also got like fancy B, I don't know what that means, fancy, I don't know. Probably something to do with graphics. So yeah, I also, I'm getting 400 FPS. What? I'm not used to that. Okay, so yeah, it's pretty cool, I guess. I don't know. Now they also added a new menu as well to do with F3. So if I press F3 and then I press F3 plus F5, here is a brand new menu, debug screen text. Now basically, a lot of stuff is now defaultly off, but you can turn it on if you want. So yeah. This won't affect speedrunning at all. Now you also have chunk borders, chunk section called Oct3, chunk section paths, chunk section visibility, entity hitboxes. What else? Yeah, we just have a ton of different stuff. We have like, I don't know, man, sound mood, post effect. Yeah, just a ton of random stuff that used to be there, I guess, just showing all the time. But now you can access it by pressing F3 and F5, and that's two different menus. I don't know what they all do, but yeah, it's interesting. So yeah, I think this is actually pretty useful because you don't need any extra mods now. Like I usually use Feather to just kind of sort out my F3 screen because I use Feather client. It just, because I already use it, it's no problem just to set up all the stuff. I usually have like only mainly the stuff on the left side on my F3 screen, and like only a few of them, not everything. And I also do have, well, yeah, well, nothing specific because it's just like this. It's exactly like the Feather thing in a way because it just, I'm sorry, this is really hard to explain. It's just a way to turn off specific stuff on your F3 screen that you don't need and only leave stuff that you want or need. So yeah, it's pretty useful, I guess. Yeah. So now you don't need mods, of course. Pretty nice. So yeah, that's kind of the whole update. I hope you guys enjoyed my video on it. I think it's a pretty cool update. I feel like there's definitely room for a few small extra things, although I feel like it's close to being full like update to release. Like I don't mean like full version like 1.21, like 1.22, although I do think like it's big enough for a game drop, almost. I feel like they just need to add a few more stuff, and then it's gonna be good enough for a game drop. So, yeah, I feel like it's a pretty cool update. And I'm really happy Copper is finally getting its use, because I never saw myself using Copper until now. Also, there is one more thing that I want to show, actually. Lightning rods have new textures. Well, not new textures, but yeah, they have new kind of variants. Because, something that didn't really make sense before is how every other copper item had different oxidization states, but these didn't, and these are made out of copper. But now they do. See, we have a lightning rod, exposed lightning rod, weathered lightning rod, oxidized lightning rod, waxed lightning rod, waxed exposed lightning rod, waxed weathered lightning rod, waxed oxidized lightning rod. So yeah, we just got all of the lightning rods. Pretty cool. I think they're nice, and it definitely makes more sense to have them like this. So yeah, that's kind of a full update. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed my video, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!